welcome to another episode, kaboom, episode of the ComX Show. I'm Shane, and this is Morgan. I'm getting the pointing direction correct.
That way. Yep, you got it right. Hey.
And tonight we are talking to Duncan Pranevicius, the creator of Bin Kitty. So let's get this show on the road so we can talk to him.
Hey,
Duncan.
there he is.
How's it going?
How you going, dude?
Yeah,
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the ComX Show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, well, we're just going to get right into it. No mucking around, no funny business. We're just going to get straight into it. Question number one.
Right.
What's it like having hair? Is it as cool as I remember? Question number one.
It's bliss like you can't imagine. It's like waking up every day spun in gold.
Oh, man. If only. Every time I see you on the screen, it just makes me cry a little bit inside.
If I ever have any kind of an accident or anything and I have to lose this, I'll make sure to send it to you.
Fantastic.
You can weave it.
I'm going to get donated hair. That's fantastic. Very good. Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry, that was just my own.
No, that's fine.
Query. So we might do something a bit unusual for this show and actually start at the beginning. So tell us a little bit about how you got into comics. Were you young when you did you read a lot of comics when you were young? Was it something when you were a bit older? What was your sort of journey with comics and drawing and that sort of stuff?
But drawing itself, I've kind of drawn pretty much as long as I can remember. Yes, this is what I picked this shirt for you, Peter. Yeah, no, my mum used to draw a lot, and she was really, really talented, and so she pretty much got me drawing, and it's kind of a thing I've done all my life. I never really stopped doing it. And comics I've kind of off and on a lot. Like when I was a little kid, I used to watch, because it was like the golden age of all the animated series like Batman and X-Men. So I used to watch a lot of those. And then I got some comics. I got some really just random ones that my dad, I think, just found in like op shops and stuff. So I just remember having like a Shadow Hawk comic and like one Cable and an X-Men and a Hulk. Just like random ones that we found. Like we didn't have a lot of money or anything. So I just got pretty much what my dad could find to get us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then,
Hey, Dan.
Hey.
that was like younger childhood, and then getting into teen years and into 20s, discovered anime and manga and moved less into Western comics and more into manga.
Okay.
So I think for the larger part of my life, it's been more of a manga influence than Western comics, even though I still love Western comics. Like I'm a huge fan of The Punisher in particular.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I have the entire Max run from Garth Ennis and the second Max run. And yeah, we got like a whole little Punisher shelf actually going on over there with a bunch of
Nice.
Yeah, so
cool.
Since late teens, it's been mostly manga has been my biggest influence.
Okay. And obviously, well, not obviously for those that don't know, but starting to move into Bin Kitty and that sort of area, a lot of black and white, but with splashes of color, which I suppose is quite a manga-esque kind of thing. So what style are you attracted to? I suppose what I'm getting at is that the artwork has a particular kind of style that you do. It's a little bit
aesthetic.
I suppose. Yes, that's the word. You could tell I was trying to find a word, and I just kept saying style. That wasn't the word. Aesthetic. Very good. You can take it from here. Aesthetic. Tell us about that.
Spedsy's been the Iron Sheik tonight. Yeah, the manga aesthetic's really big, obviously, with Bin Kitty, with the black and white and the zipper tone and whatnot. But actually, I kind of ripped off a lot of the Bin Kitty aesthetics from a comic called Kill Audio. There's a band that exists called Coheed and Cambria, and their singer makes comic books, and the band themselves have comic books.
I know the band. I totally know the band.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
they're insane.
The whole story of the band. Thank you.
Speechless.
The whole story of the band is based around comic books, and their singer Claudio makes comics, and one of the ones he made is called Kill Audio, and it's all in black and white and red. And I love that so much that I kind of ripped off the aesthetic of Bin Kitty. If anyone finds Kill Audio, you should track it down because it's really, really good. Boom Studios. Cool. Yeah.
I'm searching for it now. Very good.
Very good.
No, do it live. It's fine.
That one there.
It's all music related too. So you'd like that.
Yeah. Well, see, this is the
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
This is one of the few things where I got a reference that a guest made to a thing that I have listened to and I understand.
Yeah,
it's amazing. That's really cool.
Page here. I think you'd appreciate it because a lot of the comic is based around music, and the characters are based on music genres, and so it's very music themed, music and comics. So,
sweet.
Get on that.
Music and comics. We need a new show, Shane. It's called Music and
Comics.
Comics. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Hurry up, Shane.
Music and
see what I can do.
Yeah, thank you.
Music and comics. Nice.
See what you can do. Find some time, put it together. It'll be fine. We'll be good.
There's a bit more sleep.
Sleep. What's that?
Sleep is for the weak. Sleep is the thing you hear other people talking about, Shane. It's not.
Yes.
It's not for you. You don't need it.
Not for me. It's not my type of thing.
All right. So, beautiful man. Let's get to the number things. So, why don't you tell us a bit about Bin Kitty and where the idea came from, and what you want to tell us about the story without sort of giving too much away?
Bin Kitty kind of started as a joke, actually. My partner, who is in front of me at the moment, has a cat. Now, she has two cats, but one in particular I've taken a shine to is named Biddy. And she's kind of really, really dumb. And we just generally make up these bizarre stories about her. Like she goes to France and she has two husbands and they use her to get a green card, and she really likes sausage rolls, and she's cottages, and she's a foot model, and God knows what else. And for a period, we were making like funny little comics about the cat and things she does. And one of them, she's like getting all existential about her poos, and another one is just like, I think I did like 3 pages of her trying to call out to the rest of the family to hurry up and come on because Funny Farm's about to come on the telly. So panel's like, come on, you're gonna miss it. Hurry up. And then I was going to do another one just basically just for a laugh. I was going to make like a really weird, noir cop type story with the cat and just put her in it.
Yeah.
And I thought of like, Sin City, but with the cat. And what rhymes with Sin City? Bin Kitty.
Are you kidding? Oh man,
yeah,
that's awesome.
And pretty much from that like small idea, I started. I did it. Then it's sort of working on it, getting ideas. I'm like, I can actually make this a thing. I can start working on this, and I've got ideas for it. And that was about 2019.
Hey, Zach.
Yes, Zach knows about that as well. I started adding to it, and just over time it's grown to a really big thing, from a joke to something I'm kind of like really deadly serious about, and I'm kind of putting a lot of my own life and stuff into, a lot of my own business into it. But it's kind of started as a joke, basically.
That is really cool, and I love the rhyming with Sin City, because straight away, as soon as you say that, I think, yeah, that's exactly the vibe I get from it, is the Sin City vibe.
Tony Menzies is the only person
it
that's like said that, and I didn't even tell him. He was like, the Bin Kitty rhymes with Sin City. I'm like, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, someone's picked up on it.
Wow, that is really cool. I do also like one of the things I like about the book and the series and the world is exactly what you were sort of saying there, that it should be silly, but it's deadly serious. Like it's a cat, but everything in there is like, it's high stakes, and there's blood and drama, and it has that real noir sort of gritty vibe, which makes it even better, and it's got this kind of absurd twist to it, but you have to take it seriously. It's like a serious story. So to hear that it came from a slightly dim-witted cat is hilarious. But I'm sure beautiful cat. I'm sure wonderful, beautiful.
No, she looks like a foot. She looks like a potato.
Looks like a foot. You now need to do a series about a cat that looks like a foot, and that's the whole thing. That's its gift.
Yeah. It looks like a drop-kick potato with legs.
Oh, God.
Irredeemable.
All right, so let's talk a bit about Kitty of the Bin, if you will, the main character.
We just call her Bin Kitty because technically she doesn't have a name.
Bin Kitty. Okay. Well, that was going to be one of my questions. What's Sandra, Jessica? Whatever it might be.
You can call her Biddy.
Biddy makes sense.
Biddy, there you go.
Biddy.
So I was going to ask, what? Tell us a bit about her as a character, not the real life inspiration, but not the foot, but the character, and how you've sort of crafted that. What you like about that sort of character, basically, what your heroic character has is in their kind of makeup.
I mean, I don't think she's that much of a heroic character. Basically, I mean, the best thing I really like about her, and the thing that really interests me and keeps me going, is just how much mystery is sort of woven into the character with the story. We know reading it as much as she knows about the world and who she is, basically.
Yeah, it's cool how you do that.
When you read issue 1, she's woken up. She's got a bullet wound through her forehead. She doesn't know who she is. She has no memory of anything, and there's a dead body next to her. It's as much as we know, and we're pretty much taken on this journey with her to find out who she is. And there's a lot of in there. And then she does things that she doesn't know she can do, or why she can do these things. She doesn't realize that she can go into these, I guess, trances where she can do some pretty psychotic things, and then snap back out of it. Which everyone will find out when the series eventually ends. And there's only 3 people in the world right now, not including myself, who actually knows how this series is going to end. Zach,
right?
Shane knows.
I know.
Don't say anything.
Bursting at the seams here. Bursting. No, it's okay.
So how again, without giving too much away, how deep does the story go? How big do you want to make it? How?
I mean, it goes deep and big enough that I don't know how many issues are in it. I've got the beginning, I've got the end, and I've got a general points of where I want to go in between. But how long those points go, I'm not entirely sure yet.
Right.
So in the grand scheme of things, not giving anything away, because I'm pretty open with this, and this actually is said in the side story in Presents Noir, which is sort of set in the middle of Bin Kitty's journey. So you kind of get a bit of a look at sort of who she is and what she's doing before we go back to the start. It's, I guess, a bit like the anime Berserk. When Berserk starts, we see the character Guts. He's disheveled, he's got an arm missing, and he's killing a monster, and he's looking completely psychotic. And that's, the first episode. From episode 2, we go back to where it started with him, and then you see how he gets to this point. That's kind of with noir, is how has Bin Kitty got to this point. And I've forgotten my point for a minute there. My train of thought's gone because she's entered the room and I can't reach her. So excuse me while I try and get my thoughts back, because my memory's not very good.
All good.
What did you ask me again? Sorry.
Well, see, now you require me to remember what I asked you.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, my point's in between. Yeah. So we find out in Noir there is a group basically that she's hunting of 9, called the 9, of conglomerate of high-powered people and serial killers, and where that goes and how that plays into the story, we get to find out. This sort of group goes pretty deep. And that's another mystery. We not only find out who Bin Kitty is and what she's doing, but who are these 9 mysterious figures and serial killers operating the country, basically.
And that's, I suppose, where the is that Benny. The one?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, kitty cat. That is.
Oh, hello, potato with legs.
Not look at the camera at all.
What are you doing?
Oh, here we go. We got to look. Hello.
What's up?
Yep. Just nothing.
Yeah, good.
Nothing.
Yeah, right.
There you go. The inspiration, ladies and gentlemen. Behind
this is there. It is the golden goose.
Wow, we got an appearance from Bin Kitty herself. There
she's off to go and eat a sausage roll and shoot a jaywalker in the face.
I was going to say the presents issue, the first one anyway. Yeah, you can sort of see the anime influences in the artwork, particularly when the 9 pop up, which is really cool because I wasn't expecting it. Because the style, I think, of the aesthetic of the Bin Kitty stuff, the initial pages, I was thinking it was slightly different, and then the anime stuff comes in. Yep, that's exactly it. Anyway, so it's good. So it's good that how you kind of it feels like you're blending those two styles, the Sin City dark noir style with more of a anime kick punch. I don't know how to explain it, but action, but that sort of a lot of movement, a lot of back and forth, all that sort of stuff. And I just realized there's no question there, so that I agree. I agree with everything you just said. Excellent. Thank you. Yes, very good.
Good answer to the non-question.
That's right.
Before I throw to Shane, he's just having a drink. Giving you time.
Yeah, give me time.
Yep. Before I throw, I was going to ask you, as I look at my question again, what do you find most challenging about creating comics? Drawing, coming up with ideas, the whole thing. What's the most challenging, or some of the most challenging things?
I think just how long it takes, honestly. If I could if I could be happy sort of like reducing my style to something a lot more simple, because the way I draw this particular comic is kind of time consuming, and I find that to be the hardest part, is actually trying to finish it in a timely manner, as I found why it's currently not out yet. That's pretty much it. Like, I love the process. I love coming up with ideas. I love when ideas strike. Like, you never know. Like, you can just be like, you walk into Coles, and all of a sudden you'll just go, "That's a good idea," and then you quickly write it on your phone, and then you see it again 2 hours later, and you're like, "What does that mean?" Stupid.
Do you have a particular? I have two places where ideas tend to come to me. One of them is just before you go to sleep, which is just it's so annoying.
I wrote parts 1 and 2 of Blood Hail in the Noir books before I went to sleep. Those are all written in my head before I went to sleep. All of it. It's all written when I'm laying there and just like about to fall asleep, and I'm basically writing it in my head.
Yeah. And
glad you remembered it.
Do You just go through it.
morning.
Do you go through it like 3 or 4 times so it's kind of
every
settled
night.
in?
Yeah, every
Yeah.
night you sort of remember where you were, and you're like, okay, let's replay that a bit, and let's add to that.
Oh my God. It's like you're reading my mind. This is my process for writing novels. It's every freaking night, and it's the same thing.
This is what I'm doing now.
Alex.
So what I'm doing now is actually chapter 3, is I'm currently in the production of writing it.
Sorry, just before we go on, yes, Spedsy, you're 100% correct. That is the second one. But anyway, I don't want to say it. It's the
shower. Toilet and shower.
Toilet and shower. At the same, no, different.
Sure. Yeah.
Why not?
You get projectile, and you can really get it just over there.
Sorry, we interrupted with the reference to the second and third thinking places. You're saying about the was it the third issue? No,
third chapter of Blood Hail in Noir. I'm currently working on that during my before sleep.
This is so good, though. This is why ComX is great. It's great to talk to different people because I'm not the only nutbag out there. It seems to be a common thing.
When you find something relatable, it feels really just good.
Yeah. I'm not the only one.
I found out Zach and I are like two people that don't script. We don't script our comics. We just do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we found that we have that in common. We just don't script. We just thumbnail and do it.
Straight into it.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm reading a comment.
Oh, God. Every time. Every single time. So while we're talking about
that totally threw me when I saw that. You're a shocker, Spedsy.
Why are we wasting time on Bin Kitty when we could be talking about the Devil's Toilet?
Oh, goodness me. All right, yes, let's take it down a notch. My suggestion is let's hype up the excitement a little bit to give Shane just a little bit more time. I reckon we play the trailer for
Oh yes, let's
Kitty.
play the trailer.
And then when we come back, you take the first question.
I take the first question. Okay. Just so everyone knows who's commenting, just so you know, there's something weird going on with my screen. I can't see the latest comment and I can't bring it up. It's just hidden just off the screen. It won't let me press it or see it. So if I'm a little slow getting your comment, that's why.
Good job, Shane.
Yeah, just thought because the comments are coming in a little bit slow and I just wanted to explain why. Over to Bin Kitty.
Smooth ship you run.
Bin Kitty.
First time I've seen the actual the cover put together too, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's an exclusive. Is that what it is? That's the first time, so yeah.
That's exclusive outside of ComX headquarters. So yeah, cool. Okay, so I get the first question, shall I? I'm going to go like way away from comics. This is brought up every now and again on Drink and Draw, and I thought we'd just go into it with a little bit more detail. What's all this about wrestling?
Good question.
I feeling that was going to come up. I wrestled for a little while. For a brief period, from 16 to almost 19, I wrestled. I guess you could say professional wrestling, even though I didn't do it for that long. But I briefly was a professional wrestler in Newcastle.
Nice.
Yes.
And we're not talking. We're not talking. I gather Olympics, the head thing. We're talking.
No. Yes.
Rock and roll.
Most specifically, the way I like to do it was, I guess, what they would call hardcore or deathmatch wrestling, which would involve a lot of barbed wire, glass light tubes, razor blades, all that sort of business.
Oh, wow.
That's what I particularly enjoyed. So, I wrestled in the backyard with some friends, like probably 13 up until yeah, 16, and then with my grandfather's permission, because I already moved out of, I left home at the time. My grandfather's permission and some money from Centrelink, I went and trained to be a wrestler at AWF near Wollongong.
Awesome.
Wow. And I did that for a few years and hurt myself quite a lot. My lower back and my knees still aren't 100%.
Oh, that's not so cool.
Yeah, no. I feel my knees sort of they scrape together, like the cartilage just from doing that has been worn off. Even just that briefly, so I can only imagine, guys that do it for 20 or 30 years and having multiple surgeries. But it wasn't until I was planning to have my first child, my son, that I was like, I can't. I have to get out. So I decided to stop.
And so so was it just the decision, I need to be around, I need to be,
Yeah, it was pretty much at the time. That was around the time I didn't really have internet access a lot of my life, but up in my very late teens, I did. And that's when I sort of learned about a lot of guys wrestling for a long time and just sort of what their lives like. And I was like, I can't be paralyzed and have a kid. It was just me on my own. When I was doing it on my own, just really no sense of self-preservation. I could do anything. But when I learned that, I have someone to take care of coming, was like, I can't go see my child graduate high school or something in a wheelchair, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty much it that got me to it's like, I got to move on to something else. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does that experience help with things like action sequences and that sort of thing that you're drawing? Do you draw on any of that, or is it?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of wrestling references in the stuff I do. A lot of fight scenes, been wrestling related, certain moves and stuff, and general actual wrestlers. I've taken a lot of inspiration for characters, especially a lot of independent wrestlers or Japanese wrestlers. Not so much, in the WWE or anyone a real big name, but sort of independent and older guys that I'm a fan of.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of Japanese wrestling and independent wrestling.
Right.
And taking a lot of inspiration from those people.
Okay, sweet. And are there key kind of differences between Japanese wrestling and other styles, or?
Well, yeah, a lot of American wrestling, specifically WWF, there's a more focus on the entertainment, not on the actual physicality. Where in Japan, they've got a thing called strong style, which is more actual strikes. Like if you're going to forearm someone, you'll legitimately forearm them in the face. And it's more about, not the theatrics or the drama or anything. It's about two guys kind of beating the crap out of each other for half an hour, and the story in that. The story of that particular match and coming back and taking punishment and giving it out. There's a strange poetry to Japanese wrestling that I kind of like, the back and forth and the story in it.
Cool. Okay. Groovy. So back to comics for a little bit. Anyone in the industry, any artists that you look up to, or any sort of people that you're thinking, man, I'd love to work with them, or I'd love to work in that area, or put my twist on a particular, brand or whatever?
Nothing. Off the top of my head, I really like Moon Knight. I'm a big fan of Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really chuffed that the show's coming out. It actually looks good. But I don't think Moon Knight has, in the comics, ever really had his definitive run. Like say the Punisher has. Like, I love the Punisher, but I wouldn't write the Punisher because I know I wouldn't be able to top, Welcome Back Frank from Garth Ennis. There's no topping that. But I don't think Moon Knight's really had his Dark Knight Returns or Welcome Back, Frank. He's never had a definitive run. And I think giving Moon Knight like a big story and you know, a really good run is something I'd like to do. What am I going to do? You've done everything. You've planned that story out, Zach, for like 100 years. Put big talking cats in Bronwyn and I'll get on
it. So what at the moment, and I realize that this is a very time intensive thing that you're doing. So the answer may be nothing, but what are you reading, listening to, watching at the moment? Like what influences are you trying to bring in to help?
Oh, it's not like I have a whole lot of time to read. I'd like to read more stuff. Hell yes, it is. I'm getting through a lot of Junji Ito manga, the horror manga.
Okay.
I'm reading. I've just started reading the Fists of the North Star manga that my partner got me for Christmas. Vinland Saga, which is another manga. It's a Viking manga.
Oh, cool.
It's a plug show.
Sorry. I was going to say it's
turned
plug
into
show.
A plug show.
I had to bring that up. I almost spat my drink out.
That's what I'm reading. I'm just reading a lot of manga, as much as I can while I get it, and then rereading old stuff. Like I keep rereading Dragon Ball like every year, or I'll read Akira every year, again and again, because they're both brilliant. And I got a bunch of stuff on every week. I'm finding more stuff to read. There's this series called Goodnight Pun Pun, which is in the story. It's I think it's a story about like coming of age and depression and things like that. But like the character of Pun Pun is like a dude with like a morphing duck head. But it's a super serious story about like, depression and anxiety. But it looks so silly, and that really appeals to me. I really like.
I was gonna say I can see how you'd gravitate towards that. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward, if this is a plug show, Sluggish from Spedsy.
Oh,
Sluggish looks great.
Come on, Speds, you got to comment on that one.
Talking about anxiety, depression, and that with goofy-looking characters. That's my thing. So I'm very much looking forward to the Sluggish.
Well, you'll cop a fair bit of it, I'd say, in the next few weeks and months, as we all will.
Yes,
no doubt.
Exactly.
So what sort of villain do you like? What villain would you like to, something you'd like to write, or that you just like, you're attracted to those sorts of villains?
I think this what I'm attracted to a villain almost comes from, again, the wrestling point of view, which is a villain that feels like a good. I feel like a good villain, same with a good heel in wrestling, should believe wholeheartedly that what they're doing is right, that they're doing what they believe is right or what they think is the right thing to do, not just evil for the sake of evil or crazy for the sake of crazy. But if you can get in their head, you can see in a way their twisted point of view, which I think you can for any good villain. Say Griffith from Berserk. There's a lot of people that can see why Griffith did what he did, not spoiling Berserk for anybody. And say Tetsuo in Akira, who became a villain. He did what he did. He was all circumstances. So
yeah,
I think a sympathetic villain I seem to like more. Just not evil for the sake of it. It's a bit boring.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so an idea and something that you're happy to share, something that you've thought of that you're either it's just too far and you just can't do it, or you wouldn't do it, or it's just not the right time, or it scares the living crap out of you. It's just too daunting. Is there something that you've been, that's come up that you've just either thought, no, I can't do that, that's too far, or and it can be Bin Kitty or it can be something else.
Bin Kitty's going to have points of this, but if I'm being completely honest and almost vulnerable for a second, I think it's anything autobiographical.
Right.
And which I'm kind of putting into bin kitty a little bit. But I think anything a bit more autobiographical and anything really close to home, close to, some anything that's a little too close to traumas, I guess, in a way, stuff like that is daunting. Like, I'd really like to do it. I think it'd be cathartic, and I think it'd make a really good story doing something slightly autobiographical. Like, no, obviously not completely, because I'm not, full of myself. Just a little experiences here and there, but there's that. But I always think it'd be a kick also to do a horror comic that is so disgusting it rivals that of, say, The Crossed or something. If anyone's read The Crossed, they know what I'm talking about.
I was not ready for it when I just ordered it and thought, it'll be fine.
Because it comes from a major publisher and it's Garth Ennis, and you think, hey, this guy did, The Boys, this guy did The Punisher, what a romp, and you get it and you're like,
yeah,
this is the really Batman meme where it's just going, that's what it is when you're reading Crossed. And then you read the side stories and they're even worse.
Oh man, I couldn't go that far.
Yeah, exactly. Alan Moore did a run on Crossed.
Really?
Yeah. I was surprised to find it as well. And it's, of course, like, surprisingly, it's the most well-written of all the Crossed series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't read Crossed and you've got a strong stomach and you're not traumatized easily, go and find Crossed.
Okay, I've crossed that one off the list. Strong stomach? No.
Yeah, cool. So thank you for that. Yeah, and I completely agree. I think it's autobiographical stuff can be rough and can be hard, or something where there's been trauma involved and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I usually shy away from that, and I've not had a traumatic life at all. But anything involving that is
So I'm putting a little bits of it into bin kitty. I'm pretty sure. I think just to sort of cathartic reasons, as I said, and also I think some things that make a good story and good characters, taking bits of yourself, your life, and putting it into certain characters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so now we're getting into the super serious, deep questions.
Good.
I was going to say tissues ready, everyone, but then I thought Spedsy will take it the wrong way. So anyway, we're getting into some emotional stuff. So the first question is bin kitty. I would say bin kitty in the presents version. In the back of the car, McDonald's drive-through.
Yep.
What is she ordering?
She's ordering a large double quarter pounder meal. She's getting an extra double quarter pounder with it. She's getting 6 nuggets to put in the quarter pounder, and she's also going to have an Oreo McFlurry on the side for dipping, as she would say it. And she's going to sit there and she's going to look out at all the cows that are driving by doing this, going, and she's going to be dipping that quarter pounder with the nuggets and eating it, going, good.
I love the fact that you have no hesitation whatsoever. You're the only one that's answered that straight away. You know exactly what she would do.
I know. I live with her.
It's fair enough. Wow. All right. So we're approaching the ultimate question of the night. But Shane, have you got any more questions you would like to ask our wonderful guest this fine night?
Yes. I had a question I made up for another guest, but the show ended, so I'm going to use it on this guest.
Good.
If you scratch wrestling, if you weren't doing comics, what would you be doing professional-wise?
If I had a choice of anything, like if I can manipulate time and reality and do anything I wanted?
Yeah, go with that. That sounds good.
It'd either be still comics, or it'd be wrestling, or I would be in a black metal band.
Nice.
I'm going with the last one.
Metal.
Nice.
Metal.
Those are 3 things I've always wanted to do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Cool.
And I feel good that I've done 2 of them. I've been in
too.
a death metal band, but never a black metal band.
I wouldn't even know the difference. But cool.
You know, you're a pleb.
All right. So now we come to it. Favorite food, watching favorite film at the moment. It doesn't have to be of all time. It can be, let's say it's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite food, favorite film. What would the combination be?
I would order a large bucket of KFC chicken and watch Akira.
Oh,
nice.
Excellent choice.
Akira's my favorite film right now.
Cool.
So, KFC
Bucket
chicken
chicken's
and
my
Akira.
favorite. Oh, that's not a film. Sorry.
It could be a film.
It could be. I will make it one day.
Hey, they've got a Colonel Sanders dating simulator game, so you never know what's going to happen.
Oh, God. Some nice greasy dates.
I don't know what that means, but I'm hoping you do.
Ooh. Well, I mean, to produce Dark Throne, all you need is a tape recorder that you kick down the stairs, and you can record Dark Throne. Dimmu Borgir, because they're more symphonic with orchestral-like elements, you'd need a whole big thing for that. They got such clean production. There's Dark Throne because it's pure Norwegian black metal from the 90s. You can record it on a fart, and boom, you send it out, it's done. That's cult. That's pure.
Well, we should save that for music and ComX.
Oh yes, music and ComX.
The next show, and you can go into more detail.
ComX.
Musics.
There you go.
Almost sounds like sex.
Let's just forget the English language altogether. Let's just
screw the English language.
Everything is just going to have a ComX badge on it. That's the way we're going.
Yep, damn straight.
That's right.
There you go.
That's what they recorded Panzerfaust on. Public toilet.
Oh, okay.
They didn't. It was just a joke.
They
recorded Panzerfaust.
we wouldn't know. All right. So we are up to. Thank you very much, sir. Well, first of all, before we move on to the next section, is there anything else you would like to add? And would you like to plug something in particular? Maybe a Kickstarter that might be coming up soonish.
Yes. Just keep an eye out for the Bin Kitty Kickstarter coming very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very soon, before the end of the month, most likely. And also when Presents Noir comes out, you buy it.
Yes,
you will buy it.
Already.
Pretty simple. Buy it, ladies and gentlemen.
Buy it. I love it.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All right. So we're now up to the point where we give back to you, our guest.
Good.
And I already know that this is going to be another shameful occasion where one of us follows the rules and the other one uses connections with impressive artists to just skirt right by the rules altogether.
Rules.
All right.
I gave him a hint. I gave him a hint of what to do earlier. I don't know if he followed it.
He didn't follow it.
Oh God. Here we go.
He was going to follow it, and then he ran out of time. So he used his connections to get someone else to do it.
Oh shit.
But first, we'll start with the gift that was done using the rules.
5 minutes.
The official one.
Morgan.
The one I will like the most.
I even gave it a slogan.
Yeah, I know, that's awesome.
The Mergamoti. And that was one of the few ones that you can recognize it, kind of. I was so happy.
No, that's an awesome one. You did awesome. I'm a bit jealous. I wish I had done one now.
Her shirt's great.
The shirt, yeah.
I was going to fight at the pub.
I was gonna do the camo stuff, and I just thought, no, that's gonna blow my 10 minutes. I haven't got time. I'll just whack my signature on the bottom.
Well, I saw that the rules were followed just slightly. Apparently, this took 10 minutes.
Oh God, here we go. Oh, come on.
Bull. I don't believe that took 10 minutes. I know who did that. So I can recognize it. And they're a goddamn liar.
Oh, man.
Every word that comes out of their mouth is crap.
It's like it's done with watercolors or something. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. I take that.
I'm on the wrong page to take it down.
You can take it down now. Yeah, leaving it up there is just an insult to those of us.
Sorry, I went to comments and I couldn't take it down.
Wow, there you go.
That was great. I'll put that in the book. We got pages. Yeah. We got space. Put that in there. I love that. Put Morgan's in there too. Put her all in there. Everything.
Oh yeah, damn straight.
Put all
I'm an artist. Morgan's. I thought you meant
totally an artist.
Take all of them.
And just so the right person gets credit for that picture, that was done by Zach George. That was the person I got to do the drawing for me tonight. Oh, I did eventually.
Oh, and he's saying it's 9 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Zach, I'm going to call the police on you, and they're going to come around to your house. And you'll have a nice chat with the policeman in the parking lot.
All right.
In jokes.
In jokes everywhere. Oh, dear. Oh, people are liking the drawing I didn't do. So.
Well done. The drawing you did via connections.
Yes, by connections.
Cool. All right. Go team.
Go team.
So,
I guess this is where we say thank you, Duncan, very much for coming in to chat with you and getting to know you a little better. That was always awesome to do. I learned a few things.
Yes, as you always do.
Thank you for making us look slightly cooler than what we do.
Oh,
without you.
It's what I do. So I go around the world doing that.
Cooling things up a bit.
Cooling things up.
That's right.
Like my air conditioner. Nice.
That's right. I did that.
Sorry, I threw it in there. Air conditioner. I got air conditioner today.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Shane.
Yes, it's the deluxe Duncan model.
That's right.
Extra cool.
Connections.
Oh dear. My brain went to really bad places then. Thank you very much. Oh no, it's just not that bad a place. Thank you very much. Thank you, Morgan, for the excellent questions. Thank you for putting me on the spot, but I was ready this time.
You were.
And I just wasn't ready enough to draw a picture. And I'll draw one when I get some time later to give you anyway, Duncan, just on the side.
Oh, I hope so.
And I'll show it maybe next week or the week after or the week after or the week after or the week after.
Yeah.
So I'll show it eventually.
I'll put them in the book as well.
Pregnant pause.
Sorry, there's a big comment.
The first rule is you don't have dead air. That you need to. You
got to keep talking.
Just got to keep talking.
Something.
Sorry, I just saw a really big comment and I was reading it because I was just to make sure it was all right to post. Anyway, going off topic there, I'm totally where I'm not supposed to go at this time.
Everywhere.
I'm meant to be saying goodbye to Duncan.
Yes.
I'm meant to be playing a little visual to go to the next section. So thank you very much, Duncan.
Thanks, Duncan.
Have a good one.
Awesome chats.
And look forward to having you back on for Bin Kitty 2.
Yes.
It's going to happen,
Eventually.
Dan. Damn it.
Eventually. I have a rest.
Not
first.
eventually. Soon.
I'm going to rest first. Sleep.
Cool.
I've got 3 kids, man.
Night, buddy. Oh, yeah, 3
night.
kids. Yeah, true.
Night. Night.
Worst goodbye ever.
It was one of the longest.
It was definitely the longest.
He's so nice. You don't want to say goodbye.
Exactly.
As soon as he's gone, it's like you're left with this. Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah, true, Nick. True. Stay on target.
Stay on target. All right.
So, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
It's up to you, bro. It's up to you. Whatever you want.
Cool. Well, I'm going to do a plug, but I'll do that after I've done the comic. Is this the right one? Yep, this is the right one. I was inspired by...
Hey, how you doing? Hi, everyone. That's the wrong one, bro.
I don't know. That's the wrong button.
What are you doing?
Let's try that again.
Bad Harvey. Oh, yeah.
Bad Harvey. You told me about him, and I went to their site and bought everything I could.
Nice.
And I was very happy upon reading this that I'd done that. So Bad Harvey, if you're watching eventually, if not tonight, let's not take me off the screen this time. And this has 2 stories in it. Axe Murder Movie Marathon. There is an axe in both of them. Yeah, I didn't think of that. There's 2 stories. They call it the Drive-In and Freak Out. Frankie's Drive-In. I think that's because of this dude here, who's at the beginning of each story. I'll boost it up. Oh, is it too much light?
A gruesome
old
movie dude.
The story. He introduces each story.
Nice.
So, little ticket guy, which is a nice touch. But the first story is awesome. Awesome art on both stories, I might add as well. I should look up who that is.
It's a kid's book, is it? Yeah, it's for kids.
Yeah. Nudity, gore, and mayhem. Definitely kids.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Kids who are 18 plus.
Right.
It's the first one is a whole bunch of people doing acid trip. And you've heard of bad trips? Well, this one takes a cake. It's pretty bad. And there's an axe involved. And the second one, also an axe involved, but in a lot different way. It's a bit of a nice little story. You know, there's some people babysitting some kids, and there's some people who are out at the night. And then, pow! What the hell just happened? Yeah, there's an axe again. And a lot of blood. So that's about all I can say about the stories without ruining the cool bits of the stories. But very cool. I need to actually prepare myself for this before I do this. Chris Wood. I thought that art was the same in both of them. And the writer is the same in both of them.
It's almost like they're a creative team.
Yes. Chris Wood did the storyboard, the pencils, the inking, the colors, and the letters. And I was wondering why they were both such gorgeous art, and it's because of this guy called Chris Wood. I don't know Chris Wood, but Chris Wood, fucking awesome job. And the story itself by Aaron Harvey, also very cool. So I recommend going to Bad Harvey. Oh, okay. That's probably the same Harvey.
That's
going
the
to
Harvey,
Bad Harvey and checking out his stories. He's got not that book. I'm pretty sure I put all of them up here. Here's another double feature, which I haven't read yet, so I can't review that one just yet. It's also got strong bloody violence and coarse language. And of course, we've already seen this one, but I got that while I was there. The one that Morgan reviewed about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I remember it well. I remember it like it was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
2 or 3 weeks ago. But yeah, I got that. I'm really glad that you reviewed that comic and made me go to that site, because that was an awesome story by Harvey and Mr. Wood, was it? Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, great.
So you could almost say that this podcast is helping indie comics by spreading the word, actually, and just by you buying stuff.
Me buying stuff,
so you're supporting indie comics across Australia, just yourself.
Yep, that's what I do.
That's awesome, dude. Well, that is awesome.
So we're going to review tonight to make me buy.
All right, tonight I'm going to review. I mean, it's not really a review. It's more of a, this is great, have a look at it. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. We shouldn't call it reviews. It's just our takes on stuff. Why won't
The Undertaker, Morton Stone, and I think, is that it there? Yeah.
That looks really cool.
So Gary Challoner, Ben Temple
Gary.
Smith, Ashley Wood. Yes. Now, so I can't remember where I got this from. I think it was from a Brizzy ComX Shop, or it might have been a while ago at one of the cons that was up here. I can't even remember where I got it from, but I found it the other day, and I thought, oh, I hadn't read it yet, so I read it.
I'll tell you next week, because I will track it down and I will find it.
You will track it down. All right. Well, let me show you some of the artworks. So it's this really nice, broody, black and white, rainy night kind of style. You know, noir-esque sort of. It's beautiful artwork, really, really nicely done. The writing is fantastic. It feels like a small book, but it's one of those ones that you just chew at and you work your way through, and it just sort of sucks you in right at the beginning. It's like a really good film that you're just watching and getting absorbed by the characters. I love the main character. I love the story. It's kind of got a bit of a tragic twist to the main character, and it has these kind of dark, accused of murder, acquitted, mass murderer floating around. It's set in a graveyard. He's an undertaker. Hence the name. So it has some really good themes in there, and it's just really well developed. And like I said, it's something you can take. You chew through. You don't sort of rush it. You just enjoy the stories you go through, which is really, really nice. And I can't remember if I'd read anything by Gary before, but I loved it, and I love the writing. You know, you can just tell a really good writer when you read it. It's so good, and that's what I felt like with this one. So I know the second one I think is out already. I'm pretty sure on the website on I can't remember where I was looking. It might have been Gary's website. Second one is available. I haven't got it yet, but highly recommend that. Really, really nice work. So and that is my promo / review / I read a thing this week for the segment.
I did too. Yeah. That's unusual for me.
We both did. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that we did that. Now I'm trying to do this live, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it quick enough.
Do you want me to? I'll do some stuff like that to keep the interest going while you're. Oh, hang on. That looks like my thumb's at a really weird angle. I don't even know how to. That's that. No, that's not going to work.
Damn it! I was hoping it would be on Owner Indie, but it's not.
Excellent.
There's a whole heap of stuff by Gary Challoner there, but that's not one of them. Oh, it's a shame. Oh, I thought I was going to find where it was and tell everyone. Damn it.
Well, do you want to play a video promo and then you can look? Or that probably won't give
I should have looked. Anyway. It probably won't, but that's a good idea anyway. So, well, do you want to press the play and pick one? Or do you want me to do it?
I can press the play.
Yeah,
everyone, I'm driving.
Look out. You.
All right, here we go. Bam!
Nothing unusual about a 4 a.m. call to a back alley in downtown Kenton. A young woman lying pristine and unmarked on the cold, hard ground. I get to work quickly, but there's not much to go on here. No marks of any kind, no signs of struggle, just a dead Vic in the middle of an alley. And then there's that. Dead body in a dumpster that looks like a grizzly bear has crawled its way out of his stomach.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm too busy typing in morganquaid.com because I want a copy.
Well, you can't get a copy yet, except you can, because anyone that backs my current Kickstarter, seamless, my current Kickstarter for Shadow's Daughter, anyone that's an Aussie that backs it gets a free copy of The Blood Below, a digital copy. We don't have the print copies ready yet, but Yeah. So all you got to do is back anything on my campaign for Shadow's Daughter, and you will get a free copy of that one. And then I think the print version is going to come out later in the year at some time. But it's my favorite, and I love it, and it's really cool, and it's got blood and guts in it and stuff, which is awesome. Anyway,
blood and guts.
Promo for me over. Did you find it? Did you find the Gary goodness?
No, I didn't. But I'm going to do a little promo here that ties to Duncan. Presents 2.
Ooh.
Sorry, 3. Sorry, 3. 2 is what I'm packing up behind me. But I've got 2 on the brain because see that pole behind me?
That's
see
2.
There? That is 2. That is a pole of 2 ready to go out. And
so you got a pile of 2 behind you. You got number 2 behind you. Yep. Okay, good.
Okay, nice. Thanks for twisting that. Thank you.
Yeah.
And 3, we'll talk about 3 then. 3 is coming out hopefully by the end of the week. And 3 has a stretch goal. That stretch goal has a couple of things in it, but the one thing that we have a copy of already is one of the prints that will be in that stretch goal.
Ooh.
Drawn by Duncan.
Oh.
Of all the characters in one of his many styles.
Oh, nice.
Seriously, that is Duncan art.
That is so cool.
So that will be available once we hit the 2,000 mark.
Oh, that is awesome. That is so cool.
And to get your gotta go to the right page here. To get your notification that when the Kickstarter starts, so you can jump on board straight away, presents.comx.studio. That link will get you to the pre-launch page where you can hit the notify button, and as soon as we go live, you will get an email.
Sweet.
So
done.
That down now. So yes. So yeah, and we have a comment. Let's see. Oh, okay. Danny Nolan has a tip.
Oh yeah, Gestalt. That's a good point. I should have checked that. Is it Gestalt?
Thank you, Danny.
Gestalt. It's out by Gestalt. Yeah. Nice one. Nice pickup.
Nicely done. And I'm just going to put that up there and just leave that there. Presents.comx.studio. Thank you very much, Morgan. Great show. It was good to learn more about Duncan. That was awesome. And thank you for the other week for introducing me to those books, because that really was a good read, the one I showed this just now.
Cool.
Great story, great art. Nice twists to the ending. And both of them actually had nice twists at the ending. And yeah, so thanks. Have a good night.
You're welcome.
Everyone watching, thank you very much. And I am so bad at surfing this. See you later.